My movies that I picked up on the sale just got delivered, but they're not what you think.
Welcome back, sir. All systems for gaming will be prepared in a few minutes. For now, feel free to grab a cup of coffee and have a good day.
Hey everyone, Mike here. Welcome back to the Marvel Man Cave. And this is actually take 2 of this video because I did the whole thing, did the unboxing, and realized I forgot to hit record. So you're getting a little bit of an abbreviated version. But we're going to pretend like that didn't happen. But I got my movies that I got from a recent sale, but it is not the Criterion collection, but rather the Gruv. It was buy 3 for $20 Blu-ray sale that I got. So I got a stack of movies. So it was 6 Blu-rays that I ended up picking up along with 1 DVD. So this is the stack, and I'll go through them one by one, kind of talk about them a little bit. And just to let you know, kind of somewhere during this video, I'm going to give away a digital code for a movie. So whoever picks that up, please let me know in the comments below so everybody else doesn't try to get it. But I'm going to go through the movies that I picked up. I'd say the first one is the movie Air. I think this was never released in theaters. I think it was just on Amazon Prime. Fantastic movie, which has a boring sounding premise of how Nike signed Michael Jordan to, I would say, a record breaking contract for sports business back in the 80s. But really great movie. Stars Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, directed by Ben Affleck, which was a big reason that I really was looking forward to seeing this. But Matt Damon has a really great speech about greatness in this, but Viola Davis probably gives one of the best speeches in this movie, probably the best speech in this movie, if not several movies, of just kind of talking about her son and what he will do and how he's going to change sports business, which obviously came out to be true. But it's just a really interesting movie for a premise that really should sound very boring. Great movie. You're going to notice a bit of a trend here because there's a lot of movies from, like, I would say the 90s, early 2000s, but I picked up the movie The Notebook, starring Ryan Gosling, Rachel McAdams, James Garner's in this. Again, mentioned a couple times on the channel that I'm trying to get more movies that my wife and I can watch. Part of the reason I'm picking up all our Disney collection and stuff like that. But my wife loves Nicholas Sparks. She loves rom-coms and stuff like that, which I wouldn't consider this a rom-com, but more of a romantic movie. But she loves Nicholas Sparks. I like this movie too. I really enjoyed it. I remember kind of holding off on seeing it for the longest time because I just didn't think it was going to be a movie that I would enjoy. But I remember watching it and be like, this is really good. So I've watched it several times. And just kind of one of those movies I was like, this is one that I want to have in my collection. I did go through and make a list of all the movies that I had on my Plex account from movies that I used to have on DVD that I transferred to digital, and just wanted to make sure I got again on physical. And since I had them all on DVD, it seemed to make sense to upgrade them to Blu-ray. So that's kind of what I've been doing for the last few weeks, is trying to be very specific and intentional on the movies that I get. And one of those was the movie Insomnia. I watched this movie again last year, really enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more on my rewatch of this movie than I did when I initially saw it years and years ago when it first came out. But I believe this was the movie that Warner Brothers basically wanted Christopher Nolan to make before they would give him the movie Batman Begins. And maybe it wasn't specifically Batman Begins, but before they would give him a big studio movie, they wanted him to go out and make like a bigger budget movie than something like Memento, starring Al Pacino, Robin Williams, directed by Christopher Nolan. I think this and Memento were the only 2 movies in his set that I did not have yet. And I think I saw a while ago that Memento is supposed to be coming out here in like a steelbook fashion, so I've been holding off on getting that. But Insomnia was one that I definitely needed to pick up. Then another movie that I believe is from the either late 90s, early 2000s is The American President, written by Aaron Sorkin, who is one of my favorite writers of all time, directed by Rob Reiner, starring Michael Douglas, Annette Bening, Michael J. Fox, and Martin Sheen are in this as well. Everybody in this movie does a phenomenal role, and I would say it's a little bit of a rom-com, and I would say it's a little bit quaint because this was before Aaron Sorkin went on to write The West Wing. It's a movie about what if the sitting American president, his wife had passed away, and he wanted to date, and what would that be like? And that is the scandal of the day in this movie, is the American president wanting to have a social life and date someone that he likes. It's very quaint, it's very funny, it's entertaining, it's got that really kind of heartwarming 90s, early 2000s rom-com vibe that was just so great back in the day. So wanted to get this. I thought this was one my wife and I could enjoy together. Another movie from that about same time period is the movie Maverick, starring James Garner, Jodie Foster, and Mel Gibson. Another fantastic movie. I don't know how to qualify this movie. It's a little bit of a Western because it takes place kind of in that time period, but these characters are all kind of well-to-do, or they pretend that they're well-to-do, but they're all kind of not good people and all kind of like out for their own agendas. Just a very entertaining, very fun movie. It kind of just keeps you guessing. Like, it's just a fun movie. I remember watching this a lot when with my dad, because my dad liked Western movies. Just a great cast, great movie, directed by Richard Donner, just simply phenomenal. And then, not from that time period, more recent one, but I picked up movie Richard Jewell. Again, on the channel, I've mentioned a couple times that I'm trying to get all the Clint Eastwood directed movies into my collection. And this is one that I don't think I've ever actually looked it up online to see what I could get it for, but never several times I've gone into half price books, which is what you think it is. It's kind of a secondhand store, but they sell a lot of movies. And every time I've seen this on the shelf several times, but they're always wanting like $20 to $30 for it, which just seemed insane to me. So when I was going through the list over at Gruv of movies that you could get and saw this on the list, I was like, it basically ends up at $6 to get this, because I think it was only like $8.99, maybe $12.99 regular price. So added this. I remember my wife and I watching this, and we both really enjoyed it. We thought it was really phenomenal. I would say Paul Walter Hauser does an amazing job in this movie. I think everybody does an amazing job in this movie, but just a really great movie, as you would kind of expect from a Clint Eastwood directed movie. So that was the 6 Blu-rays. And before we get to the final movie in the collection, I want to make sure we're going to give away, this is the movie for the movie Avatar. It is a digital code, and let me make sure and get them. I'll put that up on the screen here for a minute while I talk about it. I know this might say expired, but I know Disney or Movies Anywhere is basically, if you redeem this code, it'll work. If it doesn't work, let me know in the comments below. But I already own this movie on digital. Do not need it. So hopefully someone gets it. And I think this is something I'm going to do regularly in my videos. Is I have some digital codes for movies that I already own on digital, and they're just been sitting. So I think I'm just going to start doing some giveaways, stuff like that, rather than doing like the comment and all that stuff. And I'm just going to put them in some of my videos at some point, so someone can hopefully enjoy them. But getting to the final movie on the list, it is not a Blu-ray, but it was a movie that I featured in my 10 movies that feel like fall video, which I'll link to below. But it is the movie With Honors. This movie, I just have a lot of fondness for. I remember I watched this incessantly when I first got it, when it first came out. It was kind of in that time that I remember, kind of like before Sunrise coming out. It's just a really good movie. Brendan Fraser, Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci is phenomenal in this. Obviously, even Patrick Dempsey. Like, I'd say everybody does a good job with their role in this. It's just a really good movie. And I picked up the DVD because this is not available on Blu-ray. I'm thinking at some point I'm going to do a list of the movies that I really want on Blu-ray, because I have a number of DVDs that just, they're not available. Like, you can't get them there. This is the best quality you can get them on, and I would like to see them upgrade, and this is definitely one of them. I'm not holding my breath for it, so I went up and picked up the DVD. But this is the stack of movies that I picked up. The sale, like I said, it was 3 Blu-rays for $20 over at Gruv. I don't know if that sale is going on now, but it probably is. They'll probably do some version of that because we're heading into the holiday season, and they always got some sort of sale going on. But these are the ones that I picked up at that sale. I did pick up one Criterion release. It was Fast Times at Ridge Mountain High to complete my Cameron Crowe collection. But let me know in the comments below, did you get anything from the Gruv sale? Did you get anything from the Criterion sale? Let me know in the comments below. And definitely, if you watched this far, please give this video a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. Please like, share, subscribe. Do all the things that YouTube wants you to do. But I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And don't forget, collect what you love.